Hello, my friends. It's Dan again, of course, and I am sitting in the parking lot across the street from my office. This is a restaurant called the Stockyard, and I just spent 10 minutes babbling into my phone, thinking I was taping a vlog, and in fact, I taped nothing. So that's good. If there's anything more narcissistic than vlogging, it's vlogging to yourself. So whatever. But I just wanted to share something with you, a technique I do on the way to work, and to make a short story long. At the pain clinic at Newton Wellesley Hospital, in addition to providing me with myriad concoctions to help deal with the nerve pain and all the variants of pain that I have, there is a behavioral therapist there. His name is Dr. Whit Cower, and awesome guy. And he and I have been working together for the last couple of months to discuss to learn techniques of mindfulness and meditation. Nothing spiritual or anything like that, because as you know, I tend not to dwell on that stuff. But anyways, the meditation and mindfulness certainly has its role, and not to diminish the pain in any way, and not to sort of mind over matter baloney. What it is just a way to focus before going into work. And so I'm on my way into work, and somewhere, how's this work? I guess I can flip it around somehow. But anyways, somewhere in front of me is my office building. And if I could just figure out how to get to that, I will. Whoa, am I doing it? No, I just covered it up, right? Ah, there it is. Maybe. But anyways, there's Boston somewhere out there. You can't really see it, but the Boston skyline, the John Hancock building, right in front of the sunrise, which is one of my favorite sights ever. And this is the WGBH building, where the Pinko Commie liberal public television essentially began. And behind the building is the New Balance building, which you really can't see. But anyways, the New Balance building is right behind there. So on my way into work, let's try to flip this around again. Wow, did I do it? Maybe. All right. Anyways, so on my way into work, what I've done was this. Instead of trying to create a space, this sort of sacred space in which to meditate, instead of looking for this sort of ideal spot in my house, which is the only meditation that could possibly happen is on the toilet, and otherwise there isn't a square foot of space to put my ass on. So never mind pillows and Buddha mats and Bose acoustic wave meditation music. That doesn't exist. It won't exist in my house. I can't create it. I don't want to create it. But what I'm doing is instead of trying to find that perfection, I'm going to try more often than not to take advantage of the space that I can create, that I do have. And one of the techniques I've been doing for the last 60 days, sort of on and off, is that I come out here, I leave a little bit early, I drop my son off at the bus stop, and by drop my son off at the bus stop, what I'm really saying is yell at my son to get out of the house as the bus pulls away from the bus stop, and then we go chasing the bus up until the last possible stop before it hops on the highway, and then it's committed. So that's usually how our mornings go. But after I drop him off and my blood pressure comes back to normal, I'll sit down in this parking lot. This is funny, but it is what it is. I'll sit in this parking lot, and I will spend some time in my head and just do some meditation or mindfulness techniques. Nothing more than sort of focus on breath and listen to some cool music and do everything I can not to just fall asleep. And the results have been pretty dramatic, and I'm very excited about it. And so this, sitting in my car, which you would think is not a place to do this, has actually worked out great for me, because my seat is adjustable. Car seat is adjustable. I'm sure my ass is adjustable too, but my car seat is adjustable, and there are positions that feel better for me than others when I'm seated, and so that's cool. I get that flexibility. Also, the car is warm already. By the time I get here, it's already warmed up, and it's sort of in a very cool, warm place. And then what I'll do is I'll grab my headphones and experiment with one of the 72 apps I have for meditation training, but if nothing else, a meditation timer. And the gong will go off at the beginning of the session, and the gong will go off 20 minutes later. And if I'm awake, then I've done some meditation. I'll experiment with listening to new agey music or white noise, or binaural sounds, all sorts of different things. I don't know what I like, but if I had to pick a white noise that I really do like and love and sort of crave, is the heartbeat. So anytime you can find a white noise that includes the heartbeat, wow, it's for me, it's profound. It's more profound than listening to artificial raindrops and poorly constructed thunder and crap like that, which usually passes off as white noise. But the heartbeat is pretty wild. Certainly puts me in a really cool place. Anyways, so when those 20 minutes are up, I'll pull into work and begin my day. I'll begin my day usually around 7 o'clock here. It used to be at 6:30, but I'm now taking advantage of that time, and that's it. And I see a couple people that have arrived at New Balance a little early, and they're actually going for a run right now. So I'm insanely envious of them, and at the same time hoping that they're not looking at me. But they're running by. So that's cool. And so I wanted to share that with you. That part of my journey right now includes some meditation, in addition to experimenting with foods and juicing and stuff like that. So ultimately, the babbling hopefully will zone in on eventually we'll zone in on what this vlog is going to be about. And right now I don't know. If it's just purely a narcissistic endeavor, me, enough about me, what do you think of me? Well then, it'll fizzle out pretty soon, and you'll never have to deal with this again. I'll delete them off of YouTube and whatever. If it's simply to update my family and friends as to my status, that's great. I'm looking forward to personally communicating with a lot of them, so that they can see that I'm alive, and that sometimes I'm uncomfortable. So that's good. So we have family in Italy and Greece and in Uruguay and Argentina, as well as friends around the country. So that's awesome. But I'm hoping that I'll zone in at some point on the whole autoimmunity challenges and the whole lump of diseases called autoimmune diseases, and find some common threads. That seems to be a common thread in my life, is that I tend to look for those threads that connect things together, and I'm hoping to be able to do that. And so whether it's pyoderma gangrenosum or Crohn's disease or urticaria, vasculitis, or rheumatoid arthritis, whatever other itises I can come up with on the fly, whatever that is, there is a common thread that sort of weaves its way through that, and perhaps there's a common way of managing that, not curing it. I'm not going to go to that point, but clearly there are things we can do that lead us in the right direction. So I'm hoping that I can share those ideas with you. I'm hoping that the community of YouTubers and community of Facebook friends will be able to breed a sort of collaborative environment where we can sort of work through this stuff together. And whatever the stuff is, we all have stuff, right? I have stuff on my legs, and other people have other stuff to deal with. That was profound. And but anyways, and then there's a possibility, so I just want to make sure that everyone understands this. There's a possibility that, in fact, I'll be videotaping how my legs look now, 8 years later. What is it that I'm dealing with? And I have to admit that it's probably more graphic than anybody wants it to be. I get that, and so I'll make sure that I put any warnings on the video as I can. But I right now don't have the courage to do that, so we're going to sort of drop that for the most part. But understand that that's on the table, that there's a possibility that I'm going to videotape, maybe the process of dressing my legs in the morning, which can be a 2-hour process, 3 hours if you include the ramping up of pain medication. So you may be part of that, because I'd like to share ideas with how we deal with those things. All right, anyways, blah, blah, blah. So, everyone, have a great day. Thank you for listening to me. I promise these will get more focused and less frequent, and hopefully be productive. So, have fun out there. Ciao.